Well, sorry, wasn't paying attention. All of a sudden I like spaced out. Making sure I'm live. Okay. Well, hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Crimson Skies. And yeah, we are back. We are back to play some more Starfield. That's right. Um let me just make sure everything's running well for yeah. Give me just a brief second to make sure I got everything plugged in. We're gonna move my mouse back over to the game and we're gonna get the game running. Unplug my mouse, plug in the controller, and I think we should be good. I think we should be good. All right, so I'm trying to remember kind of where I left off on Starfield, and I don't even think I left the building. No idea if I even left the building. But yeah, sorry, I guess for the recording, right, for the VOD, good afternoon, I'm Crimson Skies. Welcome back to Starfield. That's right, we're playing some more Starfield today, taking a break from multiplayer games, I guess, for a bit, just out here relaxing. Because I want to see what updates they've made. With this game over like the last, I think, 8 months, 9 months. Stream, I think his stream is live. Yeah, I just look funny without the hair, huh? I look crazy. I look like trailer trash or some nonsense. My goodness. Okay, so we were about to leave. I think I collected everything inside, so I don't think I need anything in here.
All right, Dusty. Airlock. Put your helmet on.
The helmet. Hey, how you doing, Jasper? How you doing, man? I got a video I think I'm gonna make today about APB, but it's not like a gameplay video. It's more like oh man, like my thoughts on how we could fix matchmaking or doing better with matchmaking. Because obviously I don't agree with the matchmaking phasing. A weapon tier list for APB? Ooh, I could. That'd be kind of funny. That'd be interesting. There's a lot of weapons that probably be in the D list though, like the D tier. The D tier or C tier. Oh man. I remember the first time I played this, I thought this was actually really cool. How it landed until I realized that, like, you don't actually custom land. It's all animated. Okay. Do I actually explore this planet or no? Did they ever add vehicles to this game? I don't even know.
Barrett? Man. Been a long time.
You want to hear my idea? You want to hear my idea for what I think we should do with matchmaking instead of the matchmaking phasing? You want to hear my idea? By the way, what do you think of my haircut? Literally, I just shaved it. I didn't even fucking like go to a place to get it cut. I was like, fuck this hair. Sorry, the camera is kind of shaky right now. Oh, I don't even know if Jesper's still in here. Didn't respond. Uh-oh. Curses. Well, we'll just keep playing then. Darn.
Time.
Yes, it has.
Oh, you had to take your headset off? Oh, I asked if you wanted to hear what my thought process was for matchmaking, like what my idea on how we should handle matchmaking instead of what they're doing.
That mine on Bendy, right?
Oh, you want to hear it? Okay, okay. And be honest with me, man. I want you to be honest with me when I tell you this, okay? I want proper criticism after I go through the whole thing, because this is my idea for the video today. I wanted to talk about like the matchmaking, but oh my god, I was thinking about it at work like all day, and now I'm like nervous. Okay, so I guess before I start, did you ever watch my video with the 7 ways to make APB better video? Because I kind of touched on matchmaking, but I didn't really explain it very well. So actually, never mind. I guess it doesn't even matter because I didn't explain that section very well. But my idea behind it, okay, with how we should handle matchmaking is kind of a two-parter. One, well, it won't go down a process of like matchmaking phasing, like what they want to do, where they kind of force you to load from one district to another, to another, to another. I think that's dumb. I think it takes away from the importance of the districts themselves. But obviously, I want to go down a different route. They're trying to make it a third-person like lobby-based shooter, right? They're getting rid of the MMO aspect almost, is what it kind of feels like. But my idea behind it. My thought process behind it is a two-part. So one would be is making a more lenient matchmaking, if that makes sense. If that makes sense, a more lenient matchmaking. So what it would do is, because there's 4 ranks now with green, I guess I may as well include green. But green and bronze would be able to, well, let me start at the top for gold. So gold, and there's a reason why I say a two-parter, and I'll explain what I mean by this. But gold would only try to find like matches against other golds for up to 5 minutes, right? So there's a 5-minute timer where it tries to find gold v gold matchmaking, and then after the 5-minute marker, it like takes the leash off and lets you match against virtually anybody in the district. Silvers would try to find silver v silver matches for 2 minutes, and then after the 2-minute marker, it would kind of take the leash off and let them match against anybody. And then bronze and greens can match against anybody in general. But the idea is the bronze and greens would be cycling so often. And then if silvers ever got in that pool, you know, it'd be bronze, greens, and silvers for the most part, because I doubt golds would ever last to 5 minutes. Because I don't know how much you know about like old APB, but our matchmaking is still kind of based off of old APB matchmaking, where it was like gold 1 to gold 10, silver 1 to silver 10, bronze 1 to bronze 10. And what it does is it's got like, because of all the layers, it's like, for example, I'll just touch on the golds because golds is the one that's really affected the most, is a gold 8 isn't going to get matched against a gold 1. If that makes sense, right? They try to keep these realms of influence where it's like gold 10 can match against gold 7s, you know, gold 8s would match against gold 5s, 5s would like, maybe gold 1s could match against gold 5s. So there's like interlaying threat ranges within like gold itself. Now obviously G1 back in like 2012, I think is when they did it. They simplified the threat, but they kept the more in-depth matchmaking behind the scenes. What I believe we should do is make it so that the matchmaker is simplified, same as how we see it. So instead of having all those, because what people are doing now is everyone's standing around. We all see a bunch of golds standing around, but none of the golds are getting matched against each other. But we aren't making the connection, but it's obviously because all those golds are at different interlaying levels. So, you know, you have like a high tier gold versus low tier golds. It's not going to do it. It's gonna try to mismatch within their things. So what I believe we should do, and why it's like gold v gold and silver v silver, is make the matchmaker only recognize golds as gold. So like gold 1 to gold 10 would all be seen as the same threat, same as how we see it, right? Because that way it makes sense to the players. And I think the other thing is that which I really hope does happen. If obviously it wouldn't happen, G1 wouldn't. Yeah, so it's not hidden, right? I don't like the idea where they're trying to make a more complicated threat-based system, but I heard they wanted to get rid of threat in general, so that's just going to confuse people even more than what we already have. I think if they want to keep the more complex system, bring back the more complex visibility of the threat so we understand why we're not matching against people, right? It's like they're treating us like kindergartners. But I think, but what it would do, what I hope it would do, is it would make it where all of the low tier golds would get pushed out of gold, right? So the only people who are golds that like that deserve to be in gold, right? It's like that top tier echelon, the elites of APB, and of course because it sees all golds as the same in Matchmaker, right? It would, I think 5 minutes is more than enough for golds to match against each other. I think what it would do is it would push a lot of golds into silver, but it would make it so that the golds, there's still going to be plenty of golds. People are going to be fighting to get back into gold. So I think it'd just be, it'd be good for competition. It'd be good for like raising the skill level, raising the skill ceiling, making people actually try harder to stay in gold. I think it'd do good. But obviously all those golds get pushed down into silver, would push all the low tier silvers into bronze. So which is like, and then a lot of the bronze would get pushed into green. So green would actually be used. you know? It'd have a huge shift in how people perceive the threats right now. It would be easier for people to clearly understand how the matchmaking is working. I think the matchmaking would be a lot smoother. Everybody would be finding matches. Well, in my mind, I think people would be finding matches. I don't think golds would have too much difficulty finding. You thought the green was trail? You want to know the funniest thing? I didn't even... So green came out during a Halloween event. So when they did this Halloween event, they also introduced the green threat. I thought the green threat was like a hidden feature or like a task to do to get the threat. I thought it was some contagion thing or something. Because I didn't read the patch note, so I didn't know what the green was. So I was like, oh my god, there's green people. What the fuck is a green rank? I was like, oh, is it an event? I was all asking people, hey, how'd you get green? How'd you get green? How do I get green? Only to find out that green was like a literal D threat below bronze. That was kind of weird to me. But that's largely my idea. Is to simplify the matchmaker to recognizing all golds as being the same. They can keep the tiers, right? The 1 to 10 between bronze, silver, and gold, so they can look at data and stuff, whatever, on the back end. But in terms of like actual matchmaking, I don't know why they don't match their matchmaking the same as what we visually have. Instead of doing like all the behind the scenes and leaving people almost confused as to why they're not getting matches when there's clearly gold standing around, but none of the golds match against each other. And I think it's a far better solution than matchmaking phasing. I think we wouldn't even have issues with golds fighting bronze or silvers or green, because even though it's a 5 minute before the leash comes off, I think that 5 minutes is all it would take for golds to find each other, to match each other. But even then, worst case scenario, 5 minutes is the longest anybody ever has to wait to find a match. I'm like low gold, high silver matching into everybody to my eyes, but I can imagine the high gold. Yeah, I know a lot of people, and I sometimes take forever finding matches too, but that's when I'm doing really good and I'm winning a lot and I'm getting MVP, and I get up to like gold 5 or something, or gold 6, when I'm actually like locked in. There's moments where I'll spend like 20-30 minutes waiting for missions. But I think it would be an overall better system than what we have. I think it would be an overall better system than what they're trying to make. But my goal is to make a video and to talk about it, and it might be like a video series I'm going to go down. So I'm probably going to call it like ways to make APB better, or my opinion on how to make APB better, or whatever. And then it'll have like the name of the topic I'm going to talk about. So today would be matchmaking, tomorrow would be like bounty, or not tomorrow, whenever I have the time. But I mean, man, that AMA was really not great. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm playing Starfield. But, I I really don't want matchmaking phasing. And I heard people were happy with it. I heard there was actually a bunch of people that was like really satisfied with the things they said. Which I think really upsets me the most, is that there's actually people who genuinely believe what they're doing is a good thing. And I don't think it is. And one of the things I start off with in that video, I'm going to reference that video a lot because I put a lot of effort into like, well, not effort. I thought about that video, the 7 ways to make APB better video. In my intro, I set up literally going through their, because I show their like 2023 roadmap. And what I did was I intentionally set up like worst case scenario based off of how I saw how they handled all the other issues in the past. I was like, there's no way they're going to make it this good. It's going to be really bare bones. And they're going to take away a lot from us to make this happen. So I made it really like worst case scenario. And they stated some of the things that I said in the video as good things. They were like, you know, we want people to sit in social district, and then like what you do is you select your contact. I didn't know about the contact thing. I just thought they wanted us to sit in social district and would just randomly match us. I guess they have it based off of like you would pledge to a contact in social district, and then you would load into that district from social. But they like basically said the things that I said that would be bad things, and they said it with glee, which sucks. I only have like 350 hours in the game and seeing through that stuff. Well, it sucks. It feels like the more that they talk about these updates and these changes, they're trying to go from like the open world MMO aspect and turn it into a third person lobby based shooter. So every time you ready up, you're going to guarantee load. I think they even said that. They basically said you're going to be loading every time you ready up. You're going to be loading into a different district, loading into a different district, loading into a different district, because now so phase 2 is the cross district, phase 3 is cross server. So phase 3 is when there's a chance NA can play against EU, which means so people are just going to be bouncing all over the fucking place. And their defenses, from what I read in that 2023 roadmap, obviously this is kind of where I'm getting this, is that computers are so good now that, you know, loading times aren't that bad. And I think what they plan on doing is, and we already have, here's the worst part, we already have a memory leak problem, right? So like lower end computers like mine, I can only play for maybe like 2 to 3 hours before the game crashes or I have to shut it off. They want to make it where it's loading the map constantly in the back, so that as you load from district to district to district, you load faster. So that memory leak problem is going to get massive. My laptop's not going to survive. My laptop's not going to survive. It's going to be insane. And I don't understand how they can honestly believe that this matchmaking phasing is going to be a good thing for this game. But that's why I make my videos. At least the ones where I'm ranting about like what I think we should do with APB instead and the direction we should take it. And the one thing, and like I said, the one thing I didn't really go deep into because I was already like 35 minutes in that video was the matchmaking. I kind of pushed through it. I didn't really go into detail. So I think that's the first focused video I'm going to make, is me talking about how I think matchmaking should be, or at least the direction we should take it. Which I've already told you, right? I already kind of went over the cliff notes or the basics of it. And then kind of go from there. But instead of spending like 45 minutes ranting about 5 or 6 subjects, I'm just going to spend like 20 minutes ranting about one and making a video. But do you think the dev guy, well, it's not even if they watch it or not. It's just me venting. Because obviously how long have they been working on matchmaking phasing? I don't think I could stop it, right? Even if I manage to somehow get the entire community to like support the idea, they've already spent what, like 2 years working on it. They're not going to stop. They've already invested all this time and effort. It's just, no, he's not going to change it. They've been working on it forever. It's just more of me venting it. It's just venting. It's just me venting. Me throwing my ideas out. You know, spitting in the, crying in the rain, I guess, right? But I want to make the video because who knows, man? Maybe Matt Scott will come across it, and maybe he'll get fucking hit with lightning at the same time and be like, "Wow, that's an amazing perspective." Huh. Who knows, man? You know, who knows? Right? He could get hit by a car at the same time and just have a fucking epiphany. Be like, we need to change everything. We're going down a bad route. You know, which they are. They are going down a bad route. I don't see it making APB more appealing to old players or new. I don't see anybody being interested in a Starfield 2.0 was one of my references because of all the loading screens. We need to hire Crimson Skies. I don't know, man. I don't understand. So here's my problem, right? What I told you is a pretty simple system. Just have it where the matchmaker is more simplified. It matches golds with golds. It doesn't care what threat they are. Just match gold with golds, silver with silver, and bronze can match against anybody, but preferably bronze. And obviously have like the 2-minute wait time with the silvers and then the 5-minute wait time with the golds before it unleashes them. So there's at least a cycle happening. But I think it would be far easier to make. I think it would have been a far better system. I don't think we would have lost the importance of action districts. You don't want to get put in an empty district where if your teammate lags out, crashes, you are now not able to replace them. Yeah, their whole concept is stupid. And they're already pushing it, right? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but groups are already fucked. If you have anybody in a different district than what you're in, if you don't kick that piece of shit for not playing missions, the game literally doesn't let you play missions until you kick that guy out of your group. They're already going down that like anti-community like route that I was saying in the video as well. I'm more impressed about the amount of cheaters than anything else on EU and Fight Club. I always see at least one cheater, if not using trigger, by using Spiak. Jesus Christ. Hey, at least our cheater problem is not as bad as the Counter-Strike one. The CSGO scene is riddled with cheaters right now. I'm not even playing this game. That sucks. I need to start playing it. But I love APB, man. I love it. It's a game I've been playing for like 14, 15 years now, off and on. Obviously, I take breaks, but it's just I don't want to see the game die or turn into a fucking Frankenstein, because they're taking one game and trying to turn it into something completely different. They're literally removing the MMO aspect almost entirely. They're trying to turn it into a third base, like lobby based third person shooter. You know, it's I don't know why they would think this is going to be better until they revert it. Hey, don't get banned, man. Okay. I don't think they'll support your cause if you get banned in the process for griefing. I mean, the way I'm protesting is I'm gonna make videos. You know, I'm gonna make videos discussing my ideas, like solely on one idea at a time. Because I did my 7 ways to make APB better video, but I don't think people watched it. But it's probably because of the 45-minute watch time. So I think I'm just gonna make rant videos that are like only 15-20 minutes long, focused on one subject instead. Oh my god, you have 80 accounts? The new matchmaking system is horrible. It's not good. And it's going to be very janky. It's not going to work very well. They only have like, what, 2 devs? Which means they have to think how many systems they have to simplify with only 2 devs to even be able to get the systems to work. Think how much stuff we're going to lose. I don't know if they said it or not, but I'm pretty sure one of my sneaking suspicions is they're going to have to literally make it so that players can't choose specific districts in which they want to join. I'm not talking about like the big picture, right? The financial, waterfront, and social one. I'm talking about the little tab that says choose district up top and has the specified districts, right, with the servers. I think they're going to hide those. I think they're going to make it where players can't choose what district they want to play in. They're gonna kind of funnel people into social. I think that's still a stinking suspicion they're gonna have to do. But they're changing it, man. That's the thing. Percocets, man. They're changing the game. They're changing it. Think of seriously, man. We are gonna have zero roleplay aspects whatsoever. Why even have us be enforcers or criminals anymore when they implement this system, right? Why? There's gonna be no enforcers to stop people from ram raiding because there's gonna be no one in the district. You're loading into empty districts. It's not necessarily global. The idea is to have it where you can globally pledge to them, but as soon as you ready up, it loads you into that specific district. So waterfront or financial, wherever the contact is. They want to make it like where you can't choose which district to play in. You instead focus on what contacts you want to grind. So like I said, my sneaking suspicion is they're going to make it so players can't choose which districts they want to play in anymore. They're probably going to try to funnel everybody into social. That's my suspicion. They didn't say that. That's just me reading between the lines and looking at their capabilities as devs and how they've handled this project, I guess, so far. So don't quote me on it, please. Unless it does turn out that way, then quote me on it. I'll take all the credit if I'm right. If I'm wrong, I didn't say nothing. But I don't see them making it like working well. Well, that's what I'm saying too, man. You know, my idea for the matchmaking change was a lot easier to do. It didn't change the game inside and out. They didn't have to come up with some crazy convoluted system to make it work. I mean, my idea was literally just make it so that all golds, whether they're gold 10 or gold 1, because we all know they still have that system running in the background, even though we can't see it anymore because they're treating us like kindergartners. But G1 did that. LO didn't do that. Just make it so the matchmaker doesn't look at those tiers, right? Just have golds seen all as equals and match golds with golds, silvers with silvers, and then have like bronze ideally want to match with bronze, but they can match with anybody. And then of course the 2-minute timer with silvers before they can match with anybody, and then the 5-minute timer with golds before they match with anybody. That way the longest time it would take for anybody to find a mission would be 5 minutes max. So it would fix the problem with people not being able to find matches or having unbalanced matches. It would push a lot of the players out of gold who aren't really gold. I mean, gold would become like an idealized thing again. It would make it where everyone wants to be gold because the only people in gold are actually good at the game. You'd have a lot of the low tier golds getting pushed into silver, so silver would become like the middle ground, the average players. Bronze would be the casuals, and then green are the new players. Make Joker Store better, easier to farm, make contacts global, and so many more things. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But that's not what they're doing. They're literally trying to change the game. Let me play Starfield, guys. This is a Starfield stream. Why are we talking about APB? Oh my god.
Rare mineral contract. Your tastes are a bit more sophisticated now, huh?
So,
I don't even want to play Starfield. That's the worst part. I want to play APB. But I don't want to. I'm protesting it. You know, I'm kind of burnt out on it too. I need to take a break from it. But man, dude, it sucks. It really sucks. I can't do anything about it. All I can do is just sit and watch and watch Little Orbit do the nonsensical things they want to do. I don't even want to play this game. God damn it. Well, that's my Starfield stream, guys. Oh, man. Fuck. I guess I'll play APP. Let me reset the stream so that it doesn't get mixed in with the Starfield stuff, I guess. because it takes ages and on servers like, and then you have no choice. Yeah, that's true. Or you get locked into like the financial district when you only have waterfront contacts. It's very difficult to grind out contacts in NA right now. But fuck, I literally didn't even get anywhere in Starfield. Curses. Even on EU? Yeah, I think they need to. I really think they need to. They need to take a step back, man. They seriously need to take a step back and like honestly look at what they're doing to this game. Oh, but that's normal, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna reset the stream. Give me a quick second to reset the stream. I'll be right back.